Good morning everybody, Stephen Howson, Full-Time Devils. This is Transfer Daily. We've got a bit of a packed morning for you this morning. First up on the bill, we've got Nemanja Vidic. Vidic has been released by Inter Milan by mutual consent from his contract. And a lot of people are suggesting that maybe United should go for him. On one hand, yeah, I see the need for an experienced centre-half, backup, and someone that can help bring along the players that we've got at the club at the moment. But is that Nemanja Vidic? I don't think so. There's a reason why Inter Milan are letting him go, and the report which we've got this morning comes from the Daily Mail, says he's weighing up offers from the MLS. I think that's probably where he should go, in all honesty. He's not been playing a great deal. In the 18 months he's been at Inter, he's only played 28 times, and I don't think he's going to offer too much to the Premier League as it is at the moment. He faded quite fast towards the end of his career, which was phenomenal at United. But I don't think he's going to come back and offer us anything. I don't think it's ever really a good idea for players to come back once they've been elsewhere, especially at the end of a career like that, because they're never going to be the same player. So I'd rather remember Vidic as the battling leader, captain, wonderful player that he was, and not how we might see him at the end of a career. It could be like Laurent Blanc all over again, where a once great player now turns out for United and you're going, what is this? So for me, I would say it's a no on the Vidic front. Rio Ferdinand's been talking at a charity event, and this has been reported by The Independent, and they're saying United should test the water for Bale. But what he actually says is someone like Bale isn't realistic. With Bale, Ronaldo, Messi, they're not realistic, but if he was manager of Manchester United, he would test the water for someone like Bale. There's an expectation, or there isn't an expectation United are going to win games at the moment. It's more of a hopefulness, which I think is absolutely spot on assessment from Rio there. And although I disagree that you can get someone like Bale in January, I hope those conversations are happening, because I think somebody like Bale would make a massive difference to the side, regardless of how we're playing at the moment. Next up, we've got Jake Hesketh from Southampton, 19-year-old striker. Now, this is that narrative that the youth academy at Manchester United isn't doing so well, which I disagree with. Maybe in the lower age groups that could be considered true, but the under-21s are reigning champions of the Premier League, under-21 Premier League. We're playing basically loads of under-18s in the under-21s. We're chopping out loads of deadwood players who aren't likely to make it into the first team at the club. So how can you say that the under-21s and the academy at 18s and 21s isn't working? I completely disagree with that. But anyway, this article in the Mail reckons that Jake Hesketh is seen as someone who might help kickstart the academy. He's 19 years old. Basically, you're signing someone for the first team at 19 years old, aren't you? You're not signing them for the academy. That's nonsense. So Jake Hesketh, yeah, I've heard that he's a highly rated player. One of my friends is a coach at Southampton, so maybe I'll give him a ring and see if he can give me any inside info on what's going on here. But great player, but it makes no sense that this is going to kickstart our academy. Henderson and O'Hara, two keepers, are heading out on loan. As I said, we are clearing the decks a little bit for who knows what. But we are sorting all these players out. No longer are players allowed to just sit and twiddle their thumbs at the club, which is good. They now have to get out and get some first team experience, which I'm wholeheartedly behind. Because some of these players, as you've seen, Ashley Fletcher going out at the weekend, going out and scoring. The players that are in our academy are a high level. They can go out to League One, to Championship clubs, and they can make a difference, just like James Wilson's doing. So I'm happy for them two guys going out. And then another one going out, Liam Grimshaw, is a centre-half defensive midfielder. He's currently on loan at Motherwell, and there's talk of him going to Preston on a permanent deal. This is in the Scottish Sun. I've no idea if that's going to come off or not for him, but it just proves again, Ben Pearson's gone out and made a permanent deal. So if they're not going to be first team players, and I don't think Grimshaw's going to be a first team player, then why are we keeping him? So I've got no problem with that whatsoever. Anyway, stick it in the comments what you think about Vidic, because that's going to be the big news out of today, isn't it? Vidic, would you like to see him come back to the club, or do you think it's best that we leave the door closed on that chapter with Nemanja Vidic? And obviously Bale is the other big news there. Do we have any sort of chance of getting him in the summer, let alone in January? Let me know your thoughts, stick it in the comments, give us a like, give us a share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.
First things first, according to the English press, we're signing Messi. And when I say Messi, I mean the Japanese Messi.